Right, Katie. After I got my first flat, I don't know why my fucking phone keeps fucking shit. 1 second. Let's turn the light on. That. Finn, can I just close those curtains a minute, please, mate? Close the curtains. I should pick your cup up when you never. Don't get that. Fuck's sake. Nice all the cushions come like this. 1 second, guys. Fucking. Shut the curtains, turn the light on. It's blissfully bright outside, but if I do it now, I don't have to do it later. Oh dear. There we go. That's better. Right, so when I met Katie, I was door knocking in Derby, and I didn't meet her. I didn't actually meet her on the door. I met her. Fucking right. Sorry. Yeah, I met her. What was it? I can't remember what it was called. It's called the Westfield now. That's actually called the Inn too, but I can't remember what it was called at the time. And she was stood outside where the Ram is, outside the doors on the high street. There's a Ram, and we was promoing around there. And I could smell weed, and obviously because I smell weed, my fucking nose followed like a fucking dog. Fucking hell, my guys. And she was there, and she was smoking a spliff, and she was an hairdresser. So I ended up speaking to her, and me being me, with my charm and my Nottingham accent, and you know, me being me, I got a telephone number, and I was buzzing because I just got me flat, and she was alright. You know, she wasn't a stunner, but yeah, she was alright. And I ended up, you know, ringing her up, whatever. I'll tell you a story as well. But it took me a couple of months to. She wasn't a slag or anything. Go on and get some food then. She wasn't a slag or anything. She was just a normal Derby girl. She was sensible, you know. But I was shagging Naomi on and off, and Naomi come down to my flat once. It's just the only time she'd ever been. Okay. Fucking Oreos, mate. Yeah.
I always ready me to add one.
Cheers, there you good lad, mate. Well done. Go in here, eat them. I've been in the second day just having a cigarette, alright? Naomi come down to me flat once. Darren should remember this because he was going through when him and Sarah got together, and this was that day. This was actually that day because she only came down that once, and basically, I'll tell her. That's probably another story, to be fair. Basically, Bug Eye and Sarah fell for each other because yeah, I'm not going to get into that bit, but yeah, that's not my Bug Eye and Sarah thing here. But Bug Eye thought Emma was at my house, and he knocked on the door, but I didn't want anybody to know that Naomi was there. I don't know why I didn't want anybody to know, because I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't have a girlfriend or anything, but I wouldn't let him in the house. I wouldn't let him in the flat. Now, it's a bit fucking rude for Packy Adam not to let Bug Eye's my best mate. I was really close to him. He was like my brother, we was like fucking brothers. Fucking bros with different mums, It was just, yeah. It was really close, and it was with Darren. He knocked on, and he goes, "Where's Emma?" Because I was really involved in him and Sarah getting together, and I was like, "She's not here." He goes, "Well, why won't you let me in?" I said, "I can't let you in, mate. I can't." He goes, "Why?" And I could see him starting to clench his fucking fist. I was thinking, "Oh no, I'm not going to fucking fall." Luckily, though, like Naomi came to the door, and I think Bug Eye realised then that Emma wasn't there. And anyway, that night, I told everyone I'm not out. Don't come round. I says, "I've got somebody here, don't come round," and they didn't. And but I was speaking to Katie at the same time, and at that time I had an ice phone, and I rang Katie up, and I couldn't obviously. She didn't know that I fucking Naomi was there. You know what I mean? She was just like, "You can't do that," and I was on the phone for 45 minutes before while Naomi was there. And now me and Naomi went through quite a bit, you know what I mean? We got a really strange history. Some stuff I can tell and other stuff I can't tell, but she had 2 miscarriages, you know what I mean? And because we used to drink a lot, a lot of vodka, and she had 2 miscarriages, so we had a bit of history. Yeah, I was speaking to Katie, and for 45 minutes, and it really pissed Naomi off big time, because like I was speaking to this other girl in front of her, and she got jealous, and we didn't even have sex that night. That was it. And that was kind of the last time I'd ever seen Naomi. That was probably the last time I ever seen Naomi. I think I broke her heart because we had both moved on, but we were still in contact. And, you know, like, deep down, now I'm older, I look back and I think, you know, was it the right thing to do? Because I did like Naomi. I'm glad, in some respects. Finley, come on, mate. I've just gave you that packet of biscuits. So, well, you got the packet of biscuits, right? But just, come on, behave. Okay, and I've met my current girlfriend now. I've been with her for 8 years, and she's my fucking rock, and I wouldn't know what to do without her. And I'm not just saying that. She's solid gold, you know. She's a 10-10 girl. End of. Anyway, going back to Katie. So obviously me and Katie ended up getting together, and she ended up moving in with me. Now, she was from a place called Littleover in Derby, which was a really posh place. Her dad was a prison officer. She was in Derby, which was a really Littleover, and she had a really nice house. And I went across to meet her dad, and it was Derby County, Forest and Derby, you know what I mean? And yeah, we was together. My first longest relationship, long-term relationship. And I think we was together for about 2 years. And Cole brought a villa. Now, what do you want? I'm talking. What do you want?
I like your animal.
Now, me and Cole, I haven't really spoke about Cole yet, but I will do. Me and Cole was joined at the hip. He was my best mate, and he still is. And you know, you got your best mates, and then you got your best mates. And him, Craig, Sash, and Mike are my best mates. You know, they're just Cole is like, you know, I know I've got other mates like it, but I'm just making a point that everybody knows this anyway. That Cole is just genuine. He's never done anything wrong in his life. He's never fucking broke the law. He's never robbed. He's never stole. His mum and dad, Jackie and Dave, were fucking banging. There was sound. His brother Lee he's just as good, you know what I mean? Like, he taught me how to fish. Like, Cole taught me a lot of things as well. Taught me how, I don't know what he taught me, but he taught me. So he taught me to behave, really. Like, I know I don't want to sound gay, but I think I was destined to meet him. Because we just got on like an arse on fire, and we still do. He knew I was sniffing coke. And I told him, he knew I was bad, and he sent me messages saying, Adam, you need to be off it. Even now, look, Cole, I haven't sniffed it for fucking, I don't know, about 18, 19 months now. So, I haven't sniffed it for about 18, 19 months, yeah. So, what's it? Don't you hate it when your phone goes out? And anyway, Cole's mum and dad booked a holiday. Well, Cole was going out with Lola, and she used to like travelling, so he went to Turkey, and he came back, and he dropped it on me that he was moving to Turkey. He's going to buy a villa in Turkey, and I was like, what? You can't move to Turkey, man. You can't fucking leave me. And he did. He fucked off and left me, and I didn't know what to do without him. Honestly, you ask your brother, you ask Lee Beedham, like it changed me because like we was best mates. You know what I mean? I know we both worked. Well, I don't think you did, but I worked as a sign fitter. So anyway, because Cole had bought this villa in Turkey, his mum and dad, his mum booked for I'll take Adam and Kate, and she bought the ticket for us as well. She'd done that twice. She bought me the ticket, and I was like, fucking hell. It's not that I didn't want to go. I didn't even have a fucking passport. And it's not as if I didn't want to go. It was just like, it was a shock. So I had like 3 weeks, I had like 4 or 5 weeks to get my passport and save the money up. And it was my first holiday abroad as well. Or was it? Yeah, it would have been my first holiday abroad. So I applied for my passport. And I got my passport, and my fucking dog ate it. I had a dog called Risley. Katie rang me up once, and she said to me, "Oh, Adam, I've got a puppy." I was like, "What?" She goes, "I'm going to bring it across to you." Now, I love dogs. I've had dogs all my life. Well, not all my life. I've had dogs since I've lived by myself. I love them. They're therapeutic. They keep secrets, and they're just really, really good for people with mental health. And they're just brilliant. My dogs have been brilliant. All of them have. Risley was wild, not as in wild, as in she used to run. Do you remember the when a tram goes in a straight line, it gets that whistle? She used to run parallel down the River Leen, which was about about half a mile long, and she used to sprint after it. And then when one come in the other direction, she'll turn around and sprint after that. Not run onto the track, but she'd run like next to it, running. And the tram drivers used to look at her. I can remember. And she brought this dog across anyway. So I had to sort that out. And anyway, the fucking dog ate my passport. She didn't even eat it. She fucking scratched the photo out. She scratched my photo out. So I rang the passport office, and he says, yeah, I had to book that same day appointment. So I went down there and I held the passport, like, just imagine this is my passport. Look, just imagine that's the passport there, like, and I was like that. And I was like, the dog's at my passport. And they was like, oh, fucking hell. So they sorted it out for them. And so the dog didn't eat my passport again because I was working. This was about a week before we went to Turkey. And because I was working, I got the passport sent to Cole and Cole's mum and dad's because I didn't want my dog to eat it again. So that was sorted. And then obviously I got the money, and Katie was an hairdresser, and she wasn't just any hairdresser. She was the best hairdresser in Nottingham. She won awards from L'Oreal. She went to Germany and won this competition in Germany. She was fucking awesome, and all my mates loved it because they all got free fucking haircuts for 5 years. Fucking. Anyway, we went to Turkey, and it was fucking wicked. I absolutely loved it. Cole's villa was nice, fucking, and I shagged her on the balcony and all sorts. And yeah, it was fucking great. And then we went into this club, and Katie fucked off. Well, when we walked into this club, they gave us a fucking free drink. I necked it, and I fucking projectile vomited it straight back up. It was fucking paint stripper. That's why I was giving it out. It was homemade. It was fucking. It was horrible. Anyway. Katie fucked off. What? Yeah, Katie fucked off, and I didn't think anything of it. Anyway, we enjoyed the rest of the holiday and came home. And about 4 or 5 months later, I went round to Bugey's house. And he goes, Adam, I need to talk to you. I was like, what? And we used to play FIFA a lot. I used to thrash him on FIFA every time. He never beat me once. Well, he beat me a couple of times, not all the time. And he goes, Sarah got a text message off Kate when she was in Turkey. It's like, what? And I read the text message. And it was, I can't wait to shag you either. I can't wait to come over and shag you. I was like, what the fuck? And basically, Katie sent that text message to the wrong person. And Bugey and Sarah thought that Katie wanted to shag Sarah. And it broke my heart. It fucking broke my heart because Kate was the first girl that I'd ever lived with, after my mum. You know what I mean? She lived in my flat. She brought me my dog, and she fucking. And then I found out off Jackie and Dave that she went up an alleyway and started kissing this fucking Turk. And at that time, I was fucking. It broke my heart. I wasn't angry. I was fucking pissed off. I was really, 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 really pissed off. And I was about 23. I was about 23, 24 at the time. And I was sign fitting. And Pierce Signs, who I work for, I was lone driving. I was going around doing HSBC maintenance. I said, that's another story. I was doing HSBC maintenance, and I was driving around, and by that time I was sniffing coke. No, actually I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't sniffing coke then. Fucking fag. And she, and then I kind of like forgave her. Like, because I didn't want to be by myself. I kind of forgave her. And then when she was working in the barbers on Ilkeston Road, she had this gay mate, right, called Daniel. And he influenced her in breaking up with me. And now I got back from working away, right? I got back from working away, and I thought I'd go and pick her up from work. It was Friday. I can't remember what day it was, but yeah, I got back from, and I thought I'd go and pick her up. So when I pulled up outside the barbers, this guy was stood there with her, right? And he was like talking to her because she wasn't expecting me to pick her up, and I caught her. I fucking caught her red-handed cheating on me. She didn't kiss him. She didn't. But I'll go back to that. And he walked out, and I got out the van and said, "Who are you, mate?" You know what I mean? She goes, "Oh, mate, I'm Katie's mate." "Oh, yeah, I fucking bet you are." And we fucking squared up to each other. Katie's like, "No." And I was like, I didn't have my temper then. I just fucking left it. I got her in the car. And then I started, Pierce Signs sent me abroad to work. Me and Phil. And I was working in Germany. I was working on an American military air base in Germany. I got this text message off Katie saying, "Look, I don't think we can go together. I don't think we're back together. I don't think, we're good enough for each other." I was just like, yeah, fair enough. I got back and she emptied my flat. She took my settee, she took the bed, she took the TV, she left my PlayStation, but she took fucking everything else. She fucking did, right? And I had left my flat by then, and I moved into Katie's flat, but it was my stuff. Right, because Katie got a flat in Hucknall, and Hucknall was a better place than Bull. So I was fucking fuming. And that was my emotional breakdown. That was my first emotional breakdown. I'd lost everything. I'd lost my girlfriend. 2 days later, I got made redundant from Pierce because it was the credit crunch. And I got made redundant. So in the space of 2-3 days, well, in the space of however long it was, I can't even fucking work it out, can't be arsed. But however long it was, stop throwing biscuits, Finlay. Look at the fucking state of the place. Stop it. Stop. So I because it was her flat, I went down to the council and says, "Oh, look, me and Katie split up," and they said I couldn't have the flat. I was like, "What?" They go, "You can't have the flat because it's in Katie's name, but we can give you somewhere else, but not straight away." And I was just like, "Well, where the fuck am I supposed to go?" So I had to move into my dad's 1-bedroom flat. Now, because me and my dad hadn't lived together for like 10 years, Mum will be in a minute. Don't stop messing. Fucking warriors. Because me and my dad hadn't lived together for about 10 years, and it was a 1-bedroom flat, he had his ways of living. And you can't moan about it, I can't moan about it. It was his flat. And he made my life hard. But Cole had split up with Lola, and he needed to sell his villa in Turkey. But the only way, like a twat, he put fucking Lola's names down on the deed. So when he sold it, he needed her to be there. So I went down to see. So I went down. When I went down, and Jackie booked me another ticket to Turkey, and I wasn't even expecting it. I didn't even know. So I paid for the ticket, and I flew back out with Cole. Finley. I flew back out with Cole, and stopped in this hotel. And by that time, my mum lived in Turkey, in Eltingham, in the same place. So I met up with my mum. After I'll talk about that in a different bit. But anyway, I was there for Cole signing these documents. But Cole obviously made friends when he was out there. And there's this guy called Romeo. And Cole was telling me about all these stories about him, he owns this pizza parlour and stuff like that. So we went to see this guy called Romeo. And Finley, what are you doing? He went to see this guy called Romeo. I mean, fucking brawling with him. Cole fucking whacked him, mate. And then this fucking other geezer come down. He had a fucking leather bolt, started whipping me and everything. And I thought, fuck this. I'm not fucking fighting in Turkey, fuck that. So fucking me and Cole fucked off, stopped at Loaders that. Yeah, and that's, well, going back to the moral of the story, that's when Katie Hop, that's my first ever love, proper love. Well, I thought I loved her. It was a heartache, and she cheated on me. And then I found out later on that she ended up having a kid with him. She wouldn't have a kid with me, but she had a kid with him. But apparently this lad who she had a kid with had about 7 or 8 kids with fucking 7 or 8 different women. And now she's had to move back to Derby because he don't want nothing to do with her. So fuck you, shame on you. Shame on you, girl. Yeah, we could have gone places together because you had a fucking good job. I had a good job with Pierce. And you fucked it up. So fuck you and have a nice day, you bitch.